Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Carly. How are you?
Thank you. I am Carly Hamilton Jones, and we are going to be recording this for my Facebook group, Power Shift. And this is my high school friend, Amy Anderson, who is going to be talking to us about health and wellness and how to keep our busy schedules sane by making some strategies, finding strategies for basic recipes, really, and how to eat healthily. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you can help?
Of course. I'm a certified health coach, but as Carly kind of alluded to, I call myself a health and wellness strategist because that seems to be the piece that's always missing with different health and wellness programs and diets and this and that. You know, nobody ever teaches us how to fit these things into our lives. They only teach us what to do and what not to do. So that's where I come in. I work with busy women who want to do better, want to live healthier lifestyles, but don't always know how to fit that into their dynamic. So
that's great. And my viewers are busy women as well, all trying to juggle and shuffle demands and responsibilities and commitments while still remaining present and living their life purposefully and ultimately doing what they want to do. So I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah,
so can you give us some tips? I know, we had a live that kind of went bust. So we're redoing this interview, and you shared some really great, valuable tips on how to prepare meals and to feel good about what you're serving to yourself and to your family, even during a time of, especially now during the holidays when things are so crazy.
Sure. So I believe that planning is key always, not even just now when it's totally nutty, but especially now when it's totally nutty. By just having a plan in place for your meals for the week, you can pretty much assure that you and your family are eating much better than if you were just winging it every night, throwing something on the table at the last minute or grabbing, something to go or going out to eat. So my recommendation is to just spend 20 minutes, 30 tops on the weekend while you're having your coffee, peruse. Everybody spends time wasting time on the internet anyways, right? We're flipping through Pinterest, looking at projects we'll never do, and, vacations we may never take and things like that. But if you just spend a little bit of that time looking at recipes for the week, it's a great way to set yourself up for success for not only eating well, but being way less stressed out. So my recommendation is to pick out 5 dinners for the week on the weekend. When you're picking those dinners out, you write each of the ingredients down on your grocery list, and that way you have everything in the house that you need to make any one of those meals on any given night. And you don't have to be flailing around and spazzing out trying to figure out what you're going to feed your family.
I love that. I'm so guilty of thinking that I don't need to spend that half an hour of planning time and that I'll figure it out and, it'll all work out. Like, oh, okay, in my head, I have burgers and tacos and, omelets or whatever. But then I don't take that half an hour, like you say, over the weekend to plan it out and assume that it's all going to just magically, and I open up the fridge, I'm like, I don't have this. And
yeah.
Stressful, and then I'm behind, and then it just sets myself up for a week that doesn't feel as powerful as it could if I had just taken that half an hour. Right. And I'm so right about the Instagram. Like, I know a lot of people just spend like that 20-25 minutes scrolling Instagram, which, if you need to do that at some point, that's great. But think about what you could be doing in that half an hour time to plan the week to set yourself up for success.
Right. Yeah. And then I also like to, a little side tip there on Pinterest, I like to keep a separate Pinterest board for this week's recipes. So, everything that I pick out for the week, if it has a recipe, sometimes you just do something basic that doesn't require one, but I'll slide it onto that board. So everything is already where I know where it is, or if I need to ask my husband to get something started, he'll know where to find it. we're not, you know, stressing out looking for where was that recipe I was going to make tonight, because God knows how that can go.
Oh yeah, I do that too. I'll sit down when I do plan. I'll sit down. I'll have my magazines or my Pinterest, and I'll write it all down, and then I'll forget where the recipe came from.
Oh yeah.
And then I just got the ingredients in the fridge. I'm like, I have no idea, and I don't have time to go surfing around. So then they just become empty ingredients in the fridge. Waste,
right.
really.
Yeah.
That's a good tip. One other question about that. So do you, then the next week, do you remove those recipes from that one board?
Yep. I just slide them off and put them, you know, if it was something we didn't care for, I'll get rid of it. If it was something, I'll just slide it, you know, if it was a soup, I'll slide it onto the soup board, or the Instant Pot goes on the Instant Pot board, you know, things like that. Okay. Yeah, so I keep them organized like that. And that's kind of good too. So if you have like Instant Pot meals or crock pot meals all separated in your Pinterest as well, that's helpful, because another important tip when planning your meals is to have your schedule for the week handy. So there are certain nights, like today, I have to get my dinner in the crock pot this morning before I go, because I have a meeting, we have a basketball game, we have like too much going on. So at least I know that on those crazy nights where we won't eat until probably 8:30, if I'm going to cook something straight up, I can do the crock pot meal that day. And then I just know, here I have all my crock pot recipes, so I know where to go to find one for Wednesday.
Yeah, I really do love family meals, but also the crock pot's good, because with sports and everything, if you have one of your children or whatever needs to go to a game, it's so much easier to be like, here's the dinner now, and then we'll eat later or whatever.
Right. Yeah, because one of them will be home. She can eat. She doesn't have to wait for everybody else to get home. And, you know, I can eat before my meeting. And then, sometimes you just can't. You just can't all sit down at the same time as much as we want to.
Exactly. Well, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit before we go about your new endeavor, so to speak?
Sure. So we are launching a virtual wellness center in January. So it's going to be a membership site with all kinds of good stuff. I'm so excited about it. We're going to have live classes, so live cooking classes, live exercise classes, as well as recorded for people who can't make it. We're going to do workshops, and there'll also be self-study courses available. We'll do interviews like this with different experts that, will be useful to our members, and all kinds of just really fun stuff, because, people are just too busy to get out and get to certain events sometimes, that this way they can do it from the comfort of their own home. So,
and how much will that be for the membership?
We're going to eventually probably have different tiers as we add more to it, but we're starting out at $9.99 a month.
Nice.
So yeah, with
lots of good stuff. We'll post that in the link below, so everyone can check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. That'd be great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been great.
Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, then I can push stop recording.
Yeah.